Hello, my friends. How are you doing? I have a special little project here, just like a fun rainy day craft for you. You might have seen my Kintsugi nails that I did for my 41st birthday. And I just really liked this so much, and it was so fun to do that I made this bookmark that was also Kintsugi, and I just used resin and a bunch of nail supplies. I did the back as well to match, so it looked realistic. So I just thought I would show you how to do this because it was super fun, and I'm just like obsessed with the results. I think it looks so fun, and it has some texture to it, and yeah, I just think you should make it. So here's everything we're gonna need. First of all, I'm definitely gonna wear gloves for this because the resin is just sort of, I don't know, not safe. So I got this UV resin off of Amazon. It's really cheap. And I'm going to be using gel nail polish, which means I'm going to need a UV lamp or some kind of UV light. I am using a Beetles top coat, clear top coat. I've got some BAM white, and then these were the blues I used, just these Model 1s. I always want to say Modelones, but these Model 1s blue, but you can use any you want, or just a solid color. It really doesn't matter, but I like to kind of mix it so it looked a little kind of textured or kind of had some variation in it, but that's up to you. You're also going to need a bookmark mold or whatever kind of mold you want to do this with. I did a bigger one for this one, but just for the video to make it a little shorter, I'm going to use this small one. You're going to need some chrome powder, this gold chrome powder. Doesn't matter where from. You're going to need the usual suspects for your stamping supplies, scraper, stamper. I'm going to bust out the giant stamper because that's just fun, but you don't need to have that. A little tassel to finish it off. We're going to need an orange stick, a brush for painting. And then here are some good plates to use. We have some Maniology plates, 459, 454, 460, and then this MoYou London porcelain one, 05. So I'll put all the products in the description so you can check that out and get prepared. But let's get started with this. So I'm going to pick this long one here, and I'm just laying down a kind of thin layer of this clear resin on the bottom. Make sure I've got all of my surface covered. There's some construction going on today. It has been almost 1 year exactly since Hurricane Helene ruined our house, ruined our deck, and they started working on it on Monday, so we'll have a new deck hopefully next month. But yeah, they're outside demolishing it and doing all that manly stuff. I don't know. So yeah, I'm just pushing this around here to make sure I've got all these little cracks. And I like to use a lighter to get the bubbles out, but you know, you can just let it sit or just pop them manually. Kind of have to do a combo of both and like pull the bubbles up. Okay, that's looking pretty good, so I'm gonna cure it. Okay, so I cured this for several minutes, and I also flipped it over and cured it. So what I'm gonna do is just start painting some of this gel on here. So I'm kind of going for like this streaky look, but you do you. Just do whatever feels right. I'm just going to make sure I'm covering all of the little areas there. And then I'm going to cure this for several more minutes. This is all cured here. I'm not going to bother with any kind of inhibition layer or anything. I'm just going to do one more layer of clear resin on top. Very thin. And then of course curing that again. Okay, the layer was a little too thin because it was still very concave, and I need a little bit more of a flat surface to stamp on this. So I put another layer on there, and it's still not super flat, but I think it's gonna be fine for what we're doing here. And I'm just gonna clean up some of these edges while I'm at it. Okay, so that's looking a little better. Now it is time to stamp. I've had these two plates for a long time now, and they're Chinese design and Kintsugi is Japanese design, but I mean, who cares, right? And I was really, like, I haven't been wanting to use these because they're just so pretty. I mean, I don't know, I just haven't been using them. I wish they were just a little bit longer though, or this bookmark was a little bit shorter because it doesn't quite fit on there. So I guess I'll have to make a smaller bookmark or something in the future because I think that would look amazing. These Chinese festival scenes, aren't these the coolest? I don't know, part of me is like, I don't even want to scratch them and use them. Isn't that funny? So I want to pick some of these instead. Let's see what I want to do here. I think I'm going to do a dragon design, just because that gives me an excuse to use my big stamper here. Again, I'm sorry about the noise. To just remove this back part and squish it all down in there because, like I said earlier, it's a little bit concave. Great, perfect. Okay, now I can use my regular stamper for the rest of this, and this kind of matches like the smoke here, so maybe I'll do that. Let's see how that looks. This last batch of Bam White is really thin, but it seems to work okay. Oh yeah, that looks cool. And then the bottom part, I also want to connect with some kind of more dense pattern. I think I'll do this wave so it looks like the dragon's above the ocean. Awesome, I think that looks really cool. And now again, there's still quite a concaveness to this, so I'm going to use a surface tension so I don't have to put this back in the mold. I'm going to put it on this paper in case I spill anything, and then this is the bottom tray to my UV lamp, so if I put it on here then I don't have to worry about moving it, so I can just put the lamp right on top of it. So I'm just going to cover this with resin again, and be careful not to get that hole. And at this point I do want to make sure I'm filling it up so it is all level and flat. So give it a spin in the light and see where there's any gaps. Get those bubbles out of there. Looks good. I'm gonna cure it. Okay, here's where it starts to get fun. I'm taking an alcohol swab here and wiping this down pretty good. I'm going to take my gold chrome and pretty much cover the whole thing, or at least cover it anywhere where I want the cracks to be. There's actually two ways you can do this for a slightly different effect, but this is the easiest way, so I'm just going to show you how to do this. I'm going to put a little bit of this top coat here. And I need to do straight but irregular lines and make sure I'm going to the edge. When you're happy with that, go ahead and cure it. Then taking your alcohol swab again, go ahead and rub off all that extra chrome. You could leave it like that, but just to make it look even more real, I am going to also do these lines around the sides and the back. And you don't have to mirror it perfectly because you're just not going to be able to tell. If the chrome isn't sticking, just get it kind of wet with the alcohol again. I don't know why that works, but it does. And now connect these lines over the side. And you see where I'm going with this? I'm just connecting these lines. Okay. So yeah, you know, if you see some spots that need to be redone, you can just go over it again. And then you just wipe off the extra chrome like we did before. So that is it. That's pretty simple, huh? Super cool. I like to just wash this off with a little soap and water, and then add our little tassel. And there you go. Isn't that so cool? So super fun, so easy. I highly recommend you make one. It's just really beautiful. I don't think my quality would be good enough for sale, but these are great for a gift or something. And yeah, why not? You can make it any color you want. I love it. There is another way you can do this to make the gold look a little more realistic, and that is to paint on the top coat and then chrome it, and then paint on top of the top coat again to seal in the chrome. And it looks a little more opaque that way, but honestly, I think this looks great. And I think it's indisputable what we're going for here. It just adds a little extra touch to have it on the back too. Isn't that so cute? Let me know if you decide to make one of these, and you can always email me your projects at zenstamping@gmail.com, and if I can feature it here on my channel. I'd love to see what y'all create. Thanks for joining me. Bye.